What's going on, everybody? Rakim Sabri here, and I am back with an update. So, last video I was kind of deliberating on whether or not I should take a job interview because I had some dissonance around making this huge announcement relating to leaving my job and pursuing entrepreneurship full time, and being approached by this company basically looking for the role. Wanted to let you all know that the interview went well, at least from where I was standing. I was very upfront and honest about what my expectations are and being able to maintain a focus on building my own business and brand while, if it's decided that I work with them, working for them. And surprisingly, the conversation went well. They were very supportive. They were very kind of transparent about the fact that a lot of the people in the space working for them have their own interest, their own brands, their own thought leadership and expertise outside of the organization. And so the culture is very conducive to that kind of work. So stay tuned. I don't know what's going to happen. They mentioned that they would go back to the recruiters, all of the politics of applying for a job. I'm certainly not stressed. If they come back to me with an offer that's appropriate or that is appealing, basically an offer that I can't refuse, then I guess I'll have another conversation about whether or not that makes sense. But I also wanted to share, and I'm super excited about this, maybe a day after or the day before I interviewed, an article that I wrote, my first article for Business Insider, went live and went viral. So a lot of people were super supportive. A few people weren't so supportive. Business Insider, their editors were great in kind of guiding me through how I should write the article. So they liked it from what I submitted, but they wanted specific things to show in the article, and the way that it was worded really kind of caught people's interest. Again, the article went viral. I think MSN reposted it, Fox News reposted it. People were following me on Twitter, following me on YouTube. It showed up on Facebook News. A lot of different places kind of hosted this article. I think the reason for that is because so many people are experiencing what I experienced or are in a difficult position relating to maintaining their employment and the lifestyle that they've grown accustomed to living, but also battling with how that impacts their mental and physical health, how that impacts their level of fulfillment and happiness. And so it was something that could resonate. So a really big name, I don't want to put it out there yet, but a really big name publication actually reached out to me to do an interview, and we connected, we had a conversation. The interview is scheduled, the article is scheduled to drop sometime in August. So I'm going to keep that under wraps for now. But once it comes out, it's going to be pretty big, and I'm super excited about it. There's some other things in the works. I have an article pending, probably for the first week of July, that I wrote for Entrepreneur, that talks people through the process of quitting their job, what things you need to have lined up before you make the plunge, as that is one of the biggest questions that I get. How do I prepare to quit my job? And I'm really just kind of riding this wave, right? And the kind of the bridge between what is financial empowerment and financial literacy, what does entrepreneurship look like, and how do you position yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, financially to make the jump. With that, I'm super excited also to announce that I started a Patreon account. So it's patreon.com/Rakim Sabri. And basically the goal is to create community around people who are looking to either quit their jobs or people who have recently quit their job and want to share ideas around how to generate income or how to manage their mental health, manage their stress, because it is a very stress-inducing experience. There's a lot of fear involved. There's a lot of uncertainty involved. There's a lot of self-discovery involved. So I thought, why not share my journey in a way that people can support me financially, at different levels and so get the support from me and each other by building a community. So again, that's patreon.com/RakimSabri. Check it out. I will include a link in the description. I will also include a link to the article that went viral. And if there's any other articles or updates that I can include by the time I publish this, that will also be in the description. So I am amped up. I'm charged based off of a lot of the support that I was given, based off of a lot of the encouragement, even based off of some of the hate mail that I received. Yes, I had received some hate mail. So there were a couple of people who read my article and did not agree with the way that I handled my situation, or had questions about how I handled the situation, and took it upon themselves to develop the audacity, and I'm going to use that word very intentionally, develop the audacity to reach out to me via email through the contact information on my website to share with me how they disapproved of the way that I handled that situation. Imagine that. Another individual reached out to me on Twitter and basically tried to reprimand me on Twitter for how I handled the situation. Both situations I kind of laughed off because obviously they don't know what went into making that decision. They don't know what it was that I was dealing with or how long I was dealing with it leading up to the decision. There were some shady characters that followed me on Twitter as well. So, you know, there might be an agent in our midst and whatever. I'm putting on a show everybody can watch. But I noticed that the account was created in June of 2021 and they had one follower, or no, they followed one person, which was me, ironically, that day. And I was just kind of like, this is a little shady. But I also welcome, you know, they say all publicity is good publicity. So we'll see what that looks like. My email list has almost doubled. If you're not on my email list and you're not subscribed to my YouTube and you don't know what's happening or any of the updates that's taking place relating to the Rakim Sabri brand or what work I'm doing in the I Fired My Boss space, you're definitely missing out. Get in contact with me. My website is going to be included in the description as well, RakimSabri.com. You can sign up for my email list and then you can get updates as they happen. You can join my Patreon group. You can find all of the behind the scenes features and benefits associated with that. And of course, I'm continuing to build my coaching and consulting business around personal finance with a recent addition of business development. So there's a lot of things that I'm offering and I'm super excited about embarking on this path with so much more certainty, with so much more confidence, with so much more resolve, because I realize that I'm filling a gap, I'm filling a space that is not currently being talked about, right? The bridge between mental health, entrepreneurship, financial empowerment, and working a 9 to 5, really overall empowerment. And that's what I'm about. I like to empower people. I do empower people. And I like to lead with transparency and authenticity. So for me, although I do need to create an income, it's not about the money, it's about the impact. It's about making a difference in people's lives. So I just wanted to update you all really quickly on how things are going, all the exciting news that's happening in my life. And as always, drop some comments, drop some likes. Let me know what questions you have, what you'd like to hear more about, maybe what you'd like to hear less about, because I'm here for you. I'm here to share my journey. And that's a wrap. Peace.